What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hustle Kitchen podcast. I'm your host, Hussain with my co-host, Omer. Today, we have amazing guests, Safeya Khonji and Dana Zubari. And we're going to be talking about random stuff like survival skills in Bahrain, how to shoo away dogs, fitness, living in Bahrain, and many, many more things. Stay tuned to find out. All right, so what's up, girls? What's going on?
What's up? Hi. Good to be here on a Thursday after work. You guys picked the perfect time.
That is the best time.
I'm super energetic and awake.
Work never stops.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic, most perfect time ever.
Yeah, Hussain has mentioned a few times that my choice of Thursday afternoon isn't his favorite.
Are
blame
you
him.
the one to blame? Because I've been side-eyeing Hussain this whole time.
No. He's the culprit.
Yeah. It was like, my partner, he prefers Thursday evening. And I'm like, okay. Thursday afternoon, sorry, I was late.
It's the least pressure on client work. It's a Thursday afternoon.
Oh, so it suits you, not the people you're interviewing. That's great.
much,
Exactly.
Fantastic.
But the
You have your
problem is-
priorities
but
right.
The problem is if like something happens and then I have to cancel on people. I want to be
You wanna
very
be-
careful with people's time.
Well, that's fair
and
enough.
not like say,
There is
come at this time and then not do it.
There's actually a logic behind
There's
it.
a logic.
I
I'm trying to be
appreciate
kind
that.
and like considerate. That's what's really
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm on board generally.
He picks the best days. He's like Sunday or Thursday. I think those are two of the worst days to be doing this, by the way.
Those are the least time you're going to get pressure on someone saying, emergency, something's up.
Yeah. I mean, you work for an agency, so I totally get you.
Yeah. Like
They always need things now or yesterday.
Yeah. And this last 3 weeks have been quite special for that. We've had a lot of, you're going to do this in like some ridiculously short time.
Yeah.
I feel like the energy around Bahrain has been like that. I think people are just generally very excited that there's been a shift.
Right.
From a stay-at-home kind of no one's doing any business to let's do everything now and it's due by tomorrow or the day after and let's go big or
and
go
it has to be
home.
perfect. Like I'm giving you a fraction of the time, not giving you any information. It has to be perfect and do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I hate all this lastminute.com stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I've got pretty good at it actually in the last 3 weeks. Like, we smashed out some killer pieces.
I don't think you can be in our type of industry without it always being lastminute.com, to be honest. Though, because me and you we work in similar kind of like comms related industries. It's always going to be lastminute.com.
But you know, I don't agree with that. Like, there's obviously plenty of planning and notice ahead.
Yeah.
It's just that they pick the vendor the last day.
Yeah.
And they're like, I need this tomorrow. Like, for example, if you were talking about Women's Day, like Bahrain National Women's Day, by the way, and congratulations, I saw you on the cover of,
Thank you.
or on the post of Startup, or whichever one it was.
Startup magazine.
Yeah. So you would have known that was going to happen a year before. But it's like the night before, they're like, can you make something for, Bahrain National Women's Day?
There's cyclical stuff. There's cyclical stuff, which you're right, can definitely be planned ahead. But like for my line of business specifically in PR, you have to go based on a market hook. So when something is newsworthy, I have a certain amount of time to turn it around. Otherwise, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So that you can't plan.
PR 100% agree with you.
But definitely for cyclical stuff like the national days and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that could be.
I'm not sure if
planned.
you guys have had any experience with this, but I've recently become an expert on Telegram groups. You guys use them? Telegram for marketing.
Only crypto people use that.
I know Telegram. All my paranoid friends use it. Okay, it's basically it's like a WhatsApp that deletes the messages immediately after you send it.
I didn't know that.
So I know, like, my paranoid friends are always like, download it, and I'm like, guys, I literally have no secrets. Like, please just WhatsApp me.
No one cares.
Or don't talk to me. I'm not that invested in our friendship.
Well, I mean, because you're in marketing as well. This is Bahrain does adopt these things, and I think I've had an interesting time with it. But when you like push out content influencer wise, you'll probably be more used to this. If you post something and then like 10,000 people that decide they want to like talk to you all at one moment, and it's just managing all of the comms of that. It's been an interesting moment.
Okay, that's
we've had
cool.
thousands of messages on this product just flooding us.
That's amazing. What's the product?
But how do you get to reply
It's
to everyone?
crypto.
You need to do a quick reply. That's what we do. I mean, that's what I do.
no.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just took a crypto to market.
Okay, so you actually took a crypto to
Yeah,
market.
it's called Zamzam.
Oh.
Yeah, it's doing really well.
Is it from Zamzam water?
It's based on that. It's
that
actually
what-
the
it
chaps
holy?
behind it. Well, they've got this really beautiful. And if you know him personally,
It does have holy projects.
it does. If you know him personally, you can really understand this isn't like marketing and stuff. He believes in kindness and good.
Oh, I
and,
like this personality.
And a few years back, I was visiting with family, and I met this lady who worked for a charity, and she was complaining to me that, you know, when you give money to a charity, there's so many middlemen involved. Like they have this one,
hardly ever goes to what
Right?
they're actually trying to.
and it really bothers everyone. I think on the whole, if you're a good person, this really annoys you. And so you often might think twice about, like, I don't feel like paying someone's salary to try to help this person.
Yeah.
So his concept is they've built this token, and the project that's going to go behind the token is a direct support to the community. So if you wanted to, or anyone wanted to do a project and like, okay, I want to build a hospital, or I'm sick, or someone needs help with cancer, whatever it is, you put on there exactly what you need, who are the vendors, blah, 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 blah. And then because it's all on blockchain, you know, people can't like mess about with this stuff.
Yeah, because in blockchain, everything is 100% transparent.
Right.
Everyone sees every single
And you
transaction
don't
in
need
real
the-
time.
yeah. And you don't
So-
need admin people.
Yeah, you don't need the people.
Smart contracts will dictate it. So you can say, I'm going to give my Zamzam to because I believe in this thing. And no one in the middle is taking your money. So you can support causes wherever. And it's just no admin, direct support to people who need it. I think it's a beautiful project. So I jumped on board and did the launch from it. It went very
lovely.
well.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a really interesting guy. His name Hamid Fakro. What's up, bro?
I was working for an Islamic bank once. And I did
This was in the UAE.
Yes, in the UAE. I'm not going to name the banks because corporates like to be kept confidential. But they did launch a sukuk
Oh, yeah.
that was similar, where they had 4 different basically charities that you could buy sukuks for. So Islamic banking, if you actually put your money in, it has to go physically towards a project.
Yes.
Because the way that it works is they don't do profit.
Yes.
So you could choose what your heart is closer to, for example, children with disabilities, or some sort of country that's in need of help, etc. And you put your money there, and so you're making profit while you're helping other people too. And that was sold out within the first, I think, 3 weeks or something.
Yeah. So the price on launch day, I think we went up 3,000% on launch
Whoa.
day. It's come back down because there's normal trends, like if you launch on a new exchange, prices always like spike. But I think currently it's trading at 6 times its original.
That's great.
That's
price.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's a really good project. It's something I can
You
really
feel
get
good about
behind.
it.
I feel good about it, and it's
You
doing
feel
really
good
well.
that you're helping.
Yeah, and we're getting really good feedback. And this is the thing, we're just getting flooded with messages. This is what I've been doing Telegram for, and my team, and just like a huge amount of content. But it's been fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way he described it to me is like a Kickstarter for doing good projects.
That's
Yeah.
really
And
good.
instead of like anyone can put on the thing, because you can see transparency. Like if you started putting a dodgy project on there and people make comments about you being a weirdo, then there's that history of it. But if you do a project, you do it well. Like people say, oh, okay, Sophia's good at doing this stuff. When she supports stuff, you get even more support. So I know you believe in like helping people, and you do projects, and this will really give you the power of a platform behind you where you can actually get real money to help.
That's
So
pretty
nice.
cool. I think I'll ask you later with the specifics, because there are people that do approach me saying, my parent has cancer and they're not Bahraini nationals. And if they're not Bahraini nationals, it's very difficult. Like they do have to pay for the treatments and stuff like that. So how do they get about going to get funding from Zamzam?
So the platform will be live. I think it's going to be Q1 next year. At the moment, it's all very early doors for it, but they would just fundamentally sign up, put down their details, and then put what the hospital bills are and all of this stuff, and then anyone can go and say, I'm going to help you. It's not a
That's
nationality-based project.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's time for it, because like nobody wants to give money to admin for like these people making
No,
money.
I completely agree with you. I was I'm just a sucker for these ads, like the UN relief ads. So I saw the Syrian refugee ad and then the Yemeni thing. So I'm like, and then I don't know what happened, but my credit card got canceled. I'm talking like years later. So then I started getting like phone calls. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, what do they want from me? And then they're like, yeah, but like, we really need your donation. And then I realized, I was like, oh, these are all people that are probably I'm paying their salaries.
Yeah.
So I told them, I was like, I'm really sorry, but like, I don't work anymore. I don't have that kind of money.
That's
What do
okay.
you
So
think?
they still use your data.
Because my credit
To
card,
sign up again.
like, just paid on a monthly basis.
Automatically.
And so when it got canceled, they were like, wait a minute, we didn't get your payment this month. It's like, dude, it's not a car loan. It's just a donation. Like, calm down.
So then the
I don't have to. I don't owe you anything. Like, I changed my donation. I want to donate to an orphan in Bahrain instead.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of which, I mean, you remember, was it last year? Or I don't know, it was this year or last year when the guy had cancer and he needed treatment in Bahrain?
Yes, the Discipline Academy guy.
Yeah, and they raised crazy funds.
Yes.
By the way, was it your brand, the clothing? I don't know.
No, it was Velour. Velour made their T-shirts, yeah.
And I love the fact that how in Bahrain people really get behind.
They got behind, yeah.
Social projects
Discipline.
like on social
Speaking
media.
of exactly that UN and getting behind people, did you guys hear what happened with Elon Musk and the world food people? I don't know.
Yeah. He said.
What did you think about it?
I liked his response, to be honest with you. Elon Musk is a savage.
Yeah.
He was like, show me the documentation.
But they did.
And I will
but
sell.
they did.
No, they didn't
He's like-
really.
They
gave
show
a half-
audited.
It wasn't even audited. What they said is
They
like,
gave
no,
the plan.
no, we couldn't cure world hunger, but we could feed a bunch of people.
No, but that's the thing. It's all bureaucracy. Yeah, and even the UN, a lot of people I know that work in the UN always tell me, they're like, we don't do anything. We just get paid, and there's so much bureaucracy that nothing gets done. So this whole entire establishment just sucks money.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I remember
bad.
studying law when I was a much younger man, and in Europe, I think the EU was fairly fresh when I was studying. But I had a friend tell me that there's one office in Brussels somewhere where they have to, like to make people grow certain products.
Yeah.
And like the door next door is the guy who's like, no, that's too many products. Let's destroy that same thing. So one guy's getting paid to like incentivize people to grow. The other one's getting paid to like burn products.
It's so strange, right?
Can you imagine we live in that world?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
we're living in
I
a
can.
world where, like Donna said, some certain charities are operating like literally like
it's a business.
Like
Yeah.
for NGOs, fair enough. People do have to get paid for their time, but when it's an NGO and it's not audited, and there's a profit margin, you don't know who it's going to, etc. And NGOs in different parts of the world, not necessarily the Middle East, but probably definitely, say, some of the Asian regions, I'm sure are not audited. And a lot of people are assuming they are and giving their money to them.
Yeah, there's more of have you heard more of the bold-face ways that they push this stuff about in America?
No.
There's like some TV evangelists. And I don't know if any of you
I've
guys watched.
seen them. They're multimillionaires,
Have you
and
heard
they're
how they
actually
even
the
push
most
it?
corrupt people,
Wait,
and they don't get
deny it.
taxed.
They don't get taxed. And there's one guy saying,
Are you talking
God
about,
has
are you
spoken
talking about
to me.
evangelists with private jets and
Yeah.
Bentleys?
Yes,
particularly that
and they
guy.
drive Bentleys.
but
There's a
and-
lot of them.
But what he said in the last time I came across, this guy was like, God has told me my one private jet is not enough. So he wasn't lying.
I need
He's
to-
like, you need to give me money because God told
What
me
in
I
the
need
world?
2
I have
private
not
jets.
seen
The,
that.
the only problem is,
There's
honestly,
so many of them.
I totally don't mind, because the people that are this dumb to give this guy money, like, you know what?
But they're more desperate than dumb, and it's just this guy's
I mean,
preying on it.
is it
You know-
desperate?
you know-
It's dumb. I call it dumb. I honestly, even
Donna has no tolerance
thing-
No, but
for,
do you know what?
for the weak to
I,
that
I,
are preyed
I literally
on.
have no tolerance for the weak. I even believe in Darwinism. Like,
boy.
sometimes I see some parents letting their kids do
Oh
things.
no, I knew I
And
shouldn't
I'm
have been on
like-
a podcast with
I
Donna.
was like, oh,
I knew it.
this kid's gonna die, and then I was like,
Oh,
Darwinism.
no.
It's okay.
Let's just
one less
talk over
dummy in this
and
world.
just pretend I'm not.
But-
One less dummy. That's all I have to say.
But you know what? I mean, to be fair, the only difference between these guys that you're talking about, they're so flashy and in your face and demand the money.
And they
Whereas
say
a
what
lot
they're
of
doing.
whereas a lot of religious organizations, they get even more money than these guys, but they just don't show it.
Yeah, they're
And so like people only see the couple of dinars that they're paying. They don't see the big balloon
big
that's behind
picture.
it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
big picture.
there's a lot of people who fund things. I think like in Islam we have a belief that when you're giving, you should give to give, not give and then say
receive.
that you gave.
Yeah.
Because when you say that you gave, basically it's making your good deed redundant.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you should be
I do
doing
like
good
that.
for good's sake.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it's phrased, to be honest with you, but there is something along those
You
lines.
should be giving for God.
I mean, no,
basically.
it's not. There's a specific way, and all this Arabic is always written
Phrase on the t-shirt,
beautifully.
giving for God.
Yeah, giving for God. You're giving with intention.
It's always
for God.
phrased beautifully Arabic, but like it
Yeah.
says, like
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna give or don't give. That
Don't
kind.
flaunt it.
Well, don't Instagram it while you're giving.
I don't know what the eye contact
It's
was
so
about there.
annoying.
Like,
Or don't go to Africa with don't go to Africa with huge diamond
giving you money
earrings
now.
and take pictures with African children.
Oh, I'm now helping the
Yeah,
African
but if you
kids.
can't Instagram, and then what's the point? It never happened.
Honestly, I just, with charity, if you do charity and you don't Instagram it, it's okay. But if you go to the gym and you don't Instagram it, that never happened. I'm just saying.
100%.
You know, you said about diamonds just now,
Yes.
about the Africa thing. I remember when I was first in Bahrain, I went to a jewelry shop and I asked the guy, I was like, oh, your diamonds, like, where are they from? And he gave me some answer. I was like, oh, are they blood diamonds? And do you guys want to guess what he said?
What?
He said yes.
But how he said yes was the best.
He
Of
said
course.
yes.
No, he was like, I have the best ones. They are all blood diamonds. Look,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
he
thought
really
I
gave
thought
me a-
maybe he didn't know what blood diamond was. Maybe he
I don't
just,
know if
just
he
didn't
did or
watch
didn't.
the
I
movie.
don't
But,
think
like,
he
he,
did.
like, gave
I
me a
thought
monologue.
I thought
This
he
guy is-
thought you were asking him. You pay with the diamonds with your blood. And I feel
Maybe.
I feel like that's what
It
he
might have
thought.
been a
This is
lost
your-
in translation
You take
moment.
it home and it is your blood. It is in your blood once you take it. I have
Dead.
This dude definitely did not know
He definitely
what
did
you're
not
on
know.
about. No,
He
you
absolutely
were
didn't know.
fresh off the boat from like England, okay, and you're coming here up in like Bahrain, like you know, Manama Souk, and you're asking people, are these
It was
blood
city
diamonds?
centre.
Okay, no, they don't know what you're talking about.
It was city centre, okay.
Okay.
They should be educated enough in city centre. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment, but
I
yeah.
don't
No,
But-
it's city center. They still don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm not
But-
gonna say
Blood diamonds are.
anything.
But okay, here's a random thought. So, you know, you're a fitness person, and like recently, obviously, I've been trying to lose weight. And, you know, I track my steps and everything on my phone. And now I feel like, you know, when you go to the gym and if you do like the cardio machine or something, because the phone doesn't track that, I feel like I just didn't do those walks.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm like, I want to see the number 10,000 on the screen.
Okay,
You know?
get a Fitbit or
So I
get
have
like
to
an
buy one.
iPhone, like a what is
Apple Watch, yeah.
Apple Watch, or get a Garmin or get
Yeah.
some device.
I swear in today's technology days, like if it's not on the screen, it never happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
if I don't take a picture of my dessert and post it, I didn't eat it.
You didn't need it, yeah. The calories don't count
But
there.
to be fair, I use that tactic a lot. I only post 1 out of 10 of my desserts. Therefore, 9 of them never happened.
But speaking of fitness, so Dana, I bumped into you at what 5:30 in the morning
Yeah,
while
I
you're
did.
cycling past me.
I did see you power walking.
Power walking, you
You
know.
were power walking at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I can't. I somehow now I automatically wake up at 5. I think it's the keto
I'm
diet.
very
It's really
uncomfortable
bothering me.
with this dialogue. I feel personally attacked right now, and I feel like we should, you know, steer this back to the human zone.
I used to wake up at 6
Because you're
and go
saying she's
swimming
not
every day.
human. You posted the other day that she's not human.
Yeah, absolutely. She's not. I mean, yeah, I post it constantly. It's a constant. I'm gonna keep saying until she stops running by my house at 5 a.m. and videotaping. Hi, selfie. It's not my. What bugs me
It's the
isn't-
energy.
Yes. What bugs me isn't the fact that she's able to wake up and do it. It's that she's happy about
Yeah.
it. Don't be happy about it. At least have the decency.
You want me to be sad?
At least have the decency.
Be normal.
To be like, I have to do this because I'm dedicated, but also I'm tired. No, I'm like, oh, Perky, I have 2 buns. You know, Donna's signature buns. I love my buns. Sophie. Hi, Miriam. Hi, I don't know what. And all her friends have all these weird names too. Asululu. Hi, Sambalali.
Her name is
I don't know.
Ataret.
I don't know who they. Okay, hi,
Asululu.
Sambalali. Hi, Sambusaland.
You know the funniest thing is like a couple of years ago when I was like running Flash, and there came a point where I used to still wake up at 5 in the morning, So I start making my sales calls at 8 in the morning, but I'm like, good morning, how are you? They're like, Hussain, just shut up. Like, what is so good about this morning,
Like
because, they're obviously just woken up, they're in a bad mood, and I'm already awake for 3-4 hours, so I'm feeling energetic.
Yeah.
So you are the type of person I would not like to be around.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock
No, but I am like that. Like I'll come home and I'm all pumped because
Yeah.
I just ran like 10 kilometers. And I walk in and Hisham's like, and I'm like, hey babe,
runs in
what's
the
up?
genes. If anybody watching this doesn't know, she's married to my brother. It's in our genetics. It's called being human. Okay, it's called being like a human bloodline. We're talking about blood. We have human blood. Donna has Donna blood. It's not the same. We're not the same species.
Have you ever tried it? I'm intrigued now.
I
you ever
have.
tried
I'll
it?
be
What
honest with
happened?
you. Okay, I do talk a lot of, about this, but I did try it.
And how'd it go?
I don't want to say.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was great. You cornered me. I did it for a year, but it was 5:30 a.m. I would wake up. I would be at the gym by 6:15.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'd
Still
pack
good.
the day before. It was never 4:30. I think 5 a.m. is like dawn, right? I think when you're getting up before dawn, there's this essential problem there. So yes, I did do it, and it was early, and it was a fantastic year, and I felt amazing every morning after my workout. But still, 6:15, 4:30, not same. And it was 1 year, and now that I don't do it anymore, maybe I'm just secretly jealous and angry.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Yeah, I've given
that's
myself
what it is.
excuses. I don't know if you do the same, but I would wake up at 6 and go swimming. I'm like, but it's cold now, so I'll do it when it's summer again.
Yeah. Well, Donna, what would you say to people who say, I don't have time to do it? I hear this excuse from everyone.
Oh my God, I can't. I can't.
I can't. You know why she can't? We know why she's pausing? Because she told me today the list of everything she did, and I told her, please stop. It's giving me anxiety.
So my day starts so early.
I'm gonna close my ears while are you gonna go through your day? Because I can't.
I'll give you an example. Like just today,
No.
in general, like just today in the morning, I ran 16 kilometers.
16 kilometers.
16.
That's just
16.
running.
Just running, yes. So I ran from 5 to almost like 6:45, 7 o'clock. Then I went, picked up my daughter, took her to school. I came home, I showered, got ready. I forgot something at CAF and SEEF because my friend left it there. I went, picked it up quickly. I still met up with someone to drop off the stuff. I went to a breakfast party where they served breakfast at 11. I went
normal
You say
people.
breakfast
I went-
party.
What's
I
a
went-
breakfast
What's a
party?
breakfast party?
never
I
heard
mean,
of a
it's
breakfast
like
party.
what like rich white people do. It's they're
Drink
like
champagne in
they
the
just
morning?
no, there's no champagne. It's just like it's breakfast and everybody's like dressed up and there's so many women there and they're just housewives.
This is at a home.
This is at a home, yeah.
okay.
So I go to a
Don't
home.
say just housewives though, because it's not. Being a housewife is not just being a housewife.
No, they're just like,
No, but I know.
they're like
just-
hot housewives.
No, but the way you said it, like
Yeah, I'm a
I don't-
housewife
Yeah,
too.
you didn't like. I know you didn't mean it that way. I just don't want it to come across that way.
It's
because
okay,
it's
even
not-
if they- if
they're
Look
not
at that
bought
PR side coming out.
Yeah, PR side coming out. It wasn't
PR
just
side
Donna
coming out.
doesn't like.
So what Donna actually meant there was that's more of a reference that she is
People
a
who are
housewife and
responsible
it's,
for the household.
Yes.
But,
No
I
undertones
mean,
were meant.
We're as feminists, women can
Yes.
have the right to
The
choose.
director of the household.
And
Yes.
yeah, the director and being a housewife, which Donna.
All right, you somehow hijacked my story, so
Sorry,
it's
sorry,
okay.
we'll-
Thanks.
Please
We'll go back.
continue.
So, anyways, I had a photo shoot in like the market in the fish market in Souk Manama. I still managed to get home, finish things at True Circle, and still pick up my daughter. I did like 20 things just from 5 till 2. And I was still working. That's why I was late today.
Yeah, I got to her house and she was still filming.
Yeah,
and so,
so-
we were late because she was still doing stuff.
Yeah, so I have like some days I have like 20-hour days, and then there's some days where I have like 18.
But how do you do a 20-hour day and still wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and do all of this?
I really don't know because I want to say I take drugs, but I don't. And I'm not like, I drink coffee, but I'm very sensitive to coffee, so I only have it like my latest is 12, and then after that I don't. I just have energy.
But she does also, to be fair, she does also prioritize. She's learned to prioritize. We had this discussion many times, Donna and I, in the past. We go way back, and she's couldn't say no, but she does now prioritize.
I'm a people pleaser.
She does prioritize now, so like she won't go to every single event that she gets invited to, which is a huge improvement, because when she first married my brother, she was making me look bad, y'all. Okay, she'd be like every month's henna birthday, like, you know, they just got a new puppy, they changed their garden, and Donna was there, like on time and pregnant, and I was like, can you just stop it?
You know, I don't even feel bad. I let my sister go to all the family events, and I just never turn up to any of them.
Because you're a man, and they're never gonna be like
even if it's a funeral or whatever, like I just don't go anywhere.
My mom does that.
Like I send my sister to do the
my
deeds.
mom is like, do I have to go? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, it's a funeral. She's like, but it's so sad. And I'm like, Mom, you have to go to the funeral. Oh, fine, you know.
I love your mom. She has the best personality.
On a separate note, away from funerals, do you still have birds as pets?
I do. I still have the 2 birds, the same ones.
Oh, the same ones?
I'm very dedicated pet owner.
Yeah.
How long do birds live for?
So cockatiels, the ones I have, if you actually feed them a varied diet, they can live up to 18 years, which most people don't know.
18 years?
Yeah. And African greys and the other ones can live up to 60, 70, some of them are 80 years, Again, depending. And they're very emotional, by the way. Sometimes after their owner dies, who's been with them their whole life, they actually commit suicide. It's a bit of
That's great. At least no one has to take care of your birds.
Yeah.
Did you ever get the thing you can like fly them around like a kite?
Yes.
She did do that.
Yes.
It's so
Is it
weird.
as cool as it sounds?
Her birds hated it.
My bird did not like it. He felt like he was wearing a diaper, and he was like, what the hell are you doing to me, woman? Either like let me go or let me in the cage. I don't like this like interim world where I'm free but I'm not free. He was like very confused. He was like, this is like, you know, I'm in limbo. Like I can fly, but you're still dragging me down when you like what's.
Did you go for like a walk with the bird?
I did.
in Bahrain, in the street.
Did.
With a lady walking a bird.
We were living in Manama at the time.
In Manama.
You're living in Manama, and I actually really did do that.
I know.
How high is this?
I know
how
because
long?
I saw photos and I'm like, this has to be animal abuse.
But
did people
how long is the string?
Yeah, how long was the string?
It's about a meter long.
Okay, so
So
it's not
did
like
they-
all the way up
It's
there.
like flying like a balloon, like a helium
Like a balloon, yeah.
Did people stop and be like, oh, did I just hear
Like,
a lady
what are you doing?
walking-
Whenever I'm doing anything, people generally tend to
so
stop
why are you
and say,
abusing this
why
bird?"
are you you? Why are you you? Stop being you. Whatever you're doing, stop it. But this was one of those times, like where, like, you know, people, like someone was cleaning the road that day, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I felt like he wanted to ask me, "Are you okay?
Why are you abusing this bird?
Do you need help?" And I was telling him, "This is my," and I over-explained everything. So I was like, "It's my pet bird," and like I'm taking him out, and the guy in the street is like, "I don't care. I just want to know, do you need to be in a mental institution?"
Because it sounded pretty cool when you told me. I was like, you know, that sounds like you can.
So I have 2 birds. Okay, one of them was intelligent enough not to leave my shoulder at all. And the
Okay.
other one was kind of like, let me go, ah, damn it. Let me go, ah, damn it. Let me go, ah, damn it. Then the other bird was very intelligent. I took a big risk. I saw online somebody do this, and I let him loose. He flew 3 times and came back.
Oh, really?
But I knew, you know your pets. Like, I sound stupid to compare them to, like, your family, but you kind of, or kids, but you know how they're going to react. He came back 3 times. I never risked it again, but he did. He came back. He flew 3 times and came back and landed on my shoulder, and grabbed him and put him back in his diapers and took them both home.
So, Safeya, you're back from Dubai.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Like, how was life in Bahrain compared to Dubai?
So I lived in Abu Dhabi for a while, and then I lived in Dubai for a while, and then I moved back here. Abu Dhabi, in the beginning, I did feel a little bit lonely. This is before I met Ammar and we got engaged. But I felt that when I did build a community there, it was a very real community, whereas when I moved to Dubai, it's the turnover of friends, I think, is as high as the turnover of people who work in companies in Dubai. The friends that I did end up being close to were actually all people I knew from Bahrain from before.
Okay.
Or people who lived in the UAE, like even local people that I
Yeah.
knew from before, from college or from friends. I didn't make a lot of new long-term friends that I met in Dubai.
Yeah. That totally makes sense because, you know, I was in Dubai at the same time and I was there for 2 years. I don't know. I just felt, I don't want to be like rude in any way, but like people are kind of shallow over there. Like I didn't connect on the same level with
You know,
them.
that's a part of it, but I think it's also the traffic. I think no one wants to take 30 minutes to see you. Like, I think you really have to be worth someone's time for them. You have to be like, you know, there's
Someone important.
There has to be
There's
a
a
motive.
commitment.
Like, there has to be you
Yeah.
have to, you know, incentive to come all that way.
And to be honest, although Dubai, I mean, come on, we're talking about like for me, for example, going from home to the office took about 30 minutes. And at the end of the week, and it's the weekend, and I'm like, I'm going to go to the beach, I'm going to do whatever. I'm exhausted. I feel like it's like London
Wait,
living.
Are
I
you
feel
saying
exhausted.
a 30-minute journey is a
It's
real
not a
commitment?
30-minute journey. Everything is fast-paced. Everything moves like London. It feels like, you know, when you work in
You
London,
live in a city.
you're living
Yeah.
in a city, and it's like by the end of the week, you're just so exhausted. I just want to put my feet up and chill. Like I can't be bothered to do anything.
You're not just tired. You have no idea where your money went that week. You're exhausted and broke. You're like, what happened? What happened this week? And then you're like, oh, I remember I bought groceries. I bought 5 bananas and 5 apples, and now I have no money left.
Oh my God, my friend went grocery shopping. She bought like a banana, 2 apples. It was so weird.
You were so weirded out by it,
yeah,
right?
I was weirded out by it. And it was
Nah.
expensive too.
Yeah, and that's why, basically.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely more expensive living there and more fast-paced and stuff. But it's interesting to work with so many people from different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm a national, man. Like, I love this country.
You're a homie.
I'm a homie. I love that we definitely have
I
this
do.
in common.
I love Bahrain way too
Dana
much.
and I. So even when I was there, like I missed it so much. I made a point to not come home for 6 months when I was in Abu Dhabi, which helped me build a social life there.
Yeah.
But once we moved to Dubai, I was back every other weekend.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I used to come every like 1 month or 2 months, just for like a few days,
Yeah, just
as
to,
a
like,
refresher.
To just like recalibrate yourself
Exactly.
and then go back.
Exactly.
I work right now with Bahrainis too, and I love working with Bahrainis.
They're so nice in comparison.
I just, especially like
You don't even need to compare. They're just nice.
Yeah, they're just nice.
Bahrainis are just nice.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that everybody I worked with there was nice or wasn't nice, but there's something about putting 100 nationalities together and expecting them to function.
Yeah.
As opposed to having, you know, the same mentality, the same background. And, you know, yeah.
You know, the strangest thing I found is that, you know, obviously, you know, in Dubai, it's mostly expats. You know what I mean? So we're not talking about Emiratis here in the whole conversation. We're talking about,
They're just
we're talking about the
expats, yeah.
expats. And even between the expats, they seem to have some sort of pecking order, you know,
Yeah, they
like some
do.
hierarchy, you know,
Yeah,
like
they do.
the whites are the supreme, and then comes this nationality,
Yeah,
then this
yeah.
nationality, then this nationality. And it
Yeah.
shows, which is really strange for me.
And if you get kicked out of the group, you're like alone. I saw it happen to many of my
What
British
do you mean
friends.
kicked out of the group?
So I
clique.
had some British friends who were in a certain clique, and they
Okay.
used to go partying every night. And then this girl just changed her lifestyle, but she still wanted to see her friends. Her friends did not want to see her.
Really?
Like, because they were like, you can either come to brunch or you can stay home. We're not going to go to coffee with you or whatever. Like, she was like, and then she was
I
involved
love
with
it.
food chain.
It's like Mean Girls group.
It's
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
It's like high school.
It's Mean
but
Girls,
for adults.
except it's girls and boys, and they're all mean. Girls.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
I'm
was
shocked by this.
By the way, it was.
No,
it's-
ask any Westerner who's lived
Yeah.
in the UAE.
I lived in Dubai a while. I don't remember it being like that.
Maybe like
Maybe
in
you're
those
a
days
dude.
were different.
Maybe you're too-
And that was a long time ago. So
You probably did
things have
go out
changed.
all the time. You probably didn't say, I want my lifestyle to be like.
You're also maybe you're not very sensitive to it too. Like some people are sensitive to not being invited or they get FOMO or whatever. But if somebody maybe didn't change your lifestyle completely, this girl went from going out every single weekend to wanting to like be a sports athletic person, and nobody would want to wake up and run with her or
Okay, yeah.
But
fantastic.
she would need to find
start her
athletic
own
friends.
group called Let Us Run
Let
Dubai.
us run Dubai.
Dubai version.
When is that going to happen?
You know what? She should have. She should have. That's what I really, honestly, and I'm not just saying this. Donna knows because, first of all, I can't pretend, or I don't have it in me to say something I don't mean. But what I respect so much about Donna is that she puts her heart and soul into everything that she does. She started Let Us Run. She started True Circle. She started, what's the third one that you do other than Let Us Run? Cycling Bees, yeah. Cycling Bees. And she puts her heart and soul into everything. And so Donna is not a person who will ever find themselves alone or, out, because she will literally create a group, and then that group, she's going to be the nucleus, and they're going to gravitate around her.
My friend actually called me the green thumb of people. She's like, somehow when you put yourself in there, you it just grows. People just kind of flock to you.
It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. And I do think she has the kindest heart of any of my friends.
Thanks. I'll pay you later.
Yeah. By the way, I do PR hustle on the side.
I'll cook you ghormeh
My
sabzi.
PR hustle on the side is I say nice things about Donna, and she pays me with food. Ghormeh sabzi, specifically.
Kebabs,
the salmon, her salmon.
Stick your thumb in there. You become a
barter.
green
It's
thumb
a
as well.
barter deal. It's a food barter deal. But she actually, it's weird. Personalities like Donna, if I may, when people first meet them, they tend to misunderstand them. But with time, you can't help but want to be her best friend and love her. And you realize, she's just loud, but she's actually the kindest person in the world.
Yeah, people I don't know, it's very polar. Like, I get two extremes. Like, people that absolutely detest me, like they can't stand the sound of my voice. And then I have these, the other extreme where it's like, we love everything you do. Everything.
But if you're talking about the people who detest you, do they actually know you, or you're talking about just people online with comments and stuff?
I think it's just online.
Because they don't know you.
They don't actually know me.
Yeah.
I remember a girl actually came up to me. She was a mom when Layla was in nursery, and she was like, I hated your guts. Like, you,
Wow.
you're just...
It just came up to you and said this.
No. So we became friends. Eventually, she was like, I just need to tell you this. I couldn't stand you. You were I saw you as some know-it-all, and you are so annoying as a human being. But she's like, I like you so much right now, and I feel so bad not liking you before.
It is, one of her friends said it. It was she was like, you latched on you. I remember.
Yeah. I know who.
Yeah, she said they met at the gym.
You grew on me.
Grew on me despite myself. She's like, you grew on me despite myself. I tried to dislike you first time, second time, third time, and by the third time I was like, oh no, I really like her. Now I have to tell all my friends that I talk crap about her. That she's like my best friend.
By the way,
what am I gonna do now?
Guilty. You know, it's funny you say that, because I think we all have friends who talk shit like that about people online that they don't know in real life.
I hate trolls.
And they just start
Scum of the
judging
earth.
you.
But
a lot of time it's jealousy, by the way.
I think it is jealousy.
They're just hating.
That's the internet. It's developed into this place where, because of the anonymity, you've got this veil of where people just feel like they can just be mean.
Yeah.
And vent their bad day and say crazy stuff online.
It's not just that. It's so imagine, let's take Dana as a case. So if I'm feeling low today, and I'm feeling a bit I'm not super energetic, whatever, and then see this girl going yeah, la 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 la, right? And then they hate that for some reason.
Yeah.
It's why are you disrupting my mood? You know what I mean?
You hate me because you can't be me.
Exactly.
You hate me because you hate me.
Exactly. But that's what it is. That's what it is.
No, it is. And I was in a couple of conversations where people didn't know how close friends I was with Donna, and they'd said a few things, and then I told them, oh, that's interesting. That's what you think of her. So do you follow her? They're like, yeah. I said, do you watch all her stories? They're like, yeah. I was like, so basically
why?
No, I said, basically that makes you a fan.
Yeah. They say.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, but I was like, but you follow her. So a lot of people follow Kim Kardashian and comment, and whatever. Yeah. And that they're fans at the end of the day. If you don't like her, just unfollow her.
Yeah.
And then I walked away, and everyone was like, by the way, she's her husband is Safiya's brother. And then she called me, and she was
sister-in-law.
oh my God, listen, I actually really like her. And I was like, girl, don't even start. And I'm like, you know what? If you follow someone and you diss them, you're a fan.
Yeah.
You go beyond being a hater to being a fan.
Because they can always unfollow you, they can always block you, but yet they're obsessed.
Yeah. I mean, I sometimes they like send me messages and I'm like, listen, there's an unfollow button. You don't
Exactly.
They send you
like,
messages.
It's okay.
Do they send you hate messages?
It's not hate, but it's like for example,
Just generally like telling you what you should be doing.
what like
oh, it's advice.
So no, but for example, some women are upset with the way I dress. It bothers them that I show my midriff. It bothers them that my legs are exposed. It bothers them that my arms are exposed. And they tell me I don't represent a Bahraini woman with a Bahraini idealistic. And I never portrayed myself, if you go on my social media, I never write the role model of Bahraini women. Follow me. I've never claimed that. Like I've never, I don't even have a flag next to my name. People can't guess I'm Bahraini unless someone asks me personally. I mean, I always say I love my country, but I could be a foreigner that just loves Bahrain.
I think it's also because a lot of people from different backgrounds might not get her humor because she's actually taking the piss out of herself half the time and they think she's serious. Because she always says, I'm so skinny, I only eat lettuce.
Yeah.
But in reality, she doesn't, and she shows all the food she eats. But they feel like, why are you? I think people are way too sensitive these days.
You know, like
Hypersensitive.
finally, like, there was a PR piece that came out on Nasibi, my sister's app, the marriage app.
Oh yeah, she told me.
And this girl just comes on Twitter and Instagram and posts like, oh, see, look, Bahrainis are selling their daughters now and whatever.
God.
And I'm like,
She's just
have you even
angry.
used the app to even know how it works, to even make a comment like that? So Tinder is okay, and every other bar and everything we have here is okay.
No, but Tinder doesn't belong to a Bahraini. And the problem
But it's not
is,
Tinder, like.
But I'll tell you what it is. I've experienced this. The community we are in is a hating community.
Yeah.
Like some Bahraini does something, they hate on
Yes.
it. They hate on it until they start doing good, and then they're like, yeah, you're doing great.
No, they even don't.
That's
If you do
so
better, they hate on it
accurate.
more.
Yeah.
That's so
But,
accurate.
Like in Kuwait, I grew up in Kuwait. Kuwaitis, like they're like, you're Kuwaiti, we support you 1000%. With us, I'm talking personally from True Active. When we first started, you know who were our first customers? Foreigners,
Yeah,
white people.
yeah.
White people wore our leggings. White people saturated the market with our leggings. The Arabs started seeing them on white people.
And they're like,
and
then
then
it's
they
cool.
were like, we need to get a pair of those. If white people are wearing it, they've got to be good.
Why?
it's bad.
And it's so sad.
It is
It's
sad.
so
It is sad, and I have to admit, I've been that person before. And I changed, obviously, as I matured.
That you were the person hating on it?
On let's
things?
say, for example, the cupcakes business.
Yeah.
When somebody opened a new cupcake store, I was like, oh, no.
Another one.
No, but that's not hating.
It's like Khaled,
No,
another
no.
one.
No, it's this is not hating. I have an issue, like for example, the 10,000 gyms that are opening in Bahrain, the 10,000 artisanal, I don't know, specialty coffee
yeah.
shops. Khalas, be original, Bahrainis. Even the cupcake shop, yani khalas, be original.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can't deal with unoriginal business.
Yeah,
ideas.
I mean, with this, like, my thought has always been that, like, why I don't like it is because no one wants to be a first mover. And then when someone does take the risk and have the guts to do it, and they see it's kind of successful, then everyone just copies
So
it.
this was said to me in a very nice phrase this week by a client. It's like the first guy through the door always gets shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
so
true.
true.
It's
That
true.
You've hit the nail on
Absolutely,
Maybe laugh a lot.
absolutely. That's a
Gets
great way to
shot,
say it.
And then he makes waves, and
Yeah.
then when he's
Yeah.
finally successful, everyone
Everyone
agrees
runs
with
through the
him.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there comes a point where, and here I'll agree with Donna, there comes a point where it's use your brain, okay? The market is saturated. Do your own unique thing.
Yeah.
So there I'm with you with the lack of it. Like there's a point where
There's I have no,
there's
yeah.
often you'll see
mean, burgers,
hobbyists. No, I think burger, whatever the thing is, you'll see people who maybe don't have experience in the thing, and they're like, oh, look, that person's open, so
Let's
ergo
open
they're
exactly
making
the same.
money.
Yeah.
So I just need to copy paste that.
Yeah.
No business model, no plan, no research. It's just I can make.
I mean,
can sell burgers.
it worked.
It's
It worked
disappointing.
for Just Me's. I just have to say that.
No,
It
yeah,
did
but-
work for
The biggest
Just Me's.
copycat ever.
But, I'll
but it's
tell
not going to
you,
work for anyone
but
else.
It worked for Just Me's. McDonald's didn't exist yet.
I know, but it's still working because they established
Yeah, no,
themselves
that's
in
not
the
point I'm
early
saying.
days. Yeah.
If you aren't an expert in a thing and you don't hire experts to work with you, then you're just like taking a stab at it and you're copying a thing. What you're really copying is just something you saw, the facade of.
Yeah.
And it's unlikely for it to go well, and then people lament, oh, the economy's down or this. Like, you know, you're saying like, be original, but also like do something you're interested in.
Yeah.
I think like if you're actually passionate about it,
Exactly.
if you're just randomly opening a coffee shop, some dude had, but is that really your passion?
No,
And that's where that originality will come in, and that's where being different, because like you love what you do, man. And that's when you see the difference when someone.
That's true.
You see the passion you're both saying about what you're doing, and when we talk to people who love it, that's the crossing that different place.
Yeah.
And the people who do still open coffee shops, cupcakes places, or burger places in Bahrain, who are invested, they do still succeed.
Yeah.
They do still succeed.
Absolutely.
When they're there every day at their restaurant.
And they love it. And this is
Okay,
their
or
passion.
at their coffee shop,
Yes.
actually supervising people, not putting somebody else in charge
Yeah.
of them,
Yes.
they actually do succeed.
Well-
There's new coffee shops, like Hopscotch, for example,
Yeah.
Hopscotch, love it.
wasn't new when it came. The concept wasn't new. The coffee wasn't new. Nothing about it was new. But the owner is there every day, or a member of her family is there.
She loves it.
And she loves what she does, and she's completely dedicated. That's why it worked, even though there was 100 coffee shops, and it's always packed. And the same square, you see empty, spaces, but she's owned her business.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful reminder for me in Amwaj. Have you guys seen that cave place?
Yes, I have seen it.
Oh God, do you ever see
It was a
this thing?
shisha place.
The old,
then it was
the old
a
cave,
thing.
right? Like
It's
it's
in the
old.
lagoon.
It's old, right?
Yeah, it's in the lagoon.
Yeah,
It was a shisha place, right?
Yeah.
It was a shisha
Next
place.
to the supermarket, Mega
Yeah.
Mart, whatever it
It's
is.
like a lot of
and there's
stuff,
still
like
just
a
like this
jungle.
cave there.
Yeah.
Whenever you walk past, you get this reminder. You see this like weird cave in
Yeah.
the
so
lagoon.
weird. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's just
notice
a cave, and like I met them when they first did it. I was like, I don't understand, man. Why did you build a cave? I was expecting to hear like passion, and like, yo, I'm really into caves or something. I don't know.
I'm a cave diver.
Something.
It was
and then
some-
the guy was just
something-
like, no, people like caves. I don't think people are dying to pay money to have the cave experience. And he's
I think he was watching Game of Thrones, and he just thought
No, no.
caves are in.
This is
years
this is
before
actually
that.
really old.
This is when
Actually,
Lagoon first
he
opened.
was my first designer's brother.
Oh, yeah,
that
and
opened
he
the
opened the
place.
cave. And when he gave me the sales
So
pitch,
weird.
I was like, wait, I don't understand. Are you saying people in this region just want to sit in a cave? He was like, yeah, definitely. I'm
Wouldn't
like,
you?
I find this unlikely.
I mean, we don't have
Unlikely.
caves in Bahrain, so why not start your experience at the lagoon at that cave
What is it?
restaurant?
Nice romantic dinner. I know what I'm going to surprise my wife with. We're going to sit in a cave.
I'm surprised no one started a tent.
A tent. There is tent businesses. What are you talking about?
No, like a coffee
A
shop. A
tent,
tent coffee shop.
That's, oh my God, what a good business
Like
idea.
it should be a typical of
Edit
what you'd
this
expect.
out. Cut this out.
my God,
Let's
right?
do
This
this.
is-
They actually
Don't
they do this in Dubai, but we don't have that here.
It's so strange, right?
They do it. They do it. They do it in vans as well. There's a.
In Sakhir in winter, but
There's
like
no
there's
camping
no
But it's
season
not-
this year.
yeah.
Yeah, camping season's cancelled this year.
I don't
Is
mean
it?
food trucks, by the way, but in Dubai they have this like big thing that's kind of like a big van that's a restaurant in a van.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen
Is
and
that
they
like the
change-
buses here?
No.
No.
They change the concept and the restaurant is inside.
Yes.
So then they make it Afghani for a while, then they make it something else.
But we have a
Yeah.
food bus that you can sit in.
Yeah,
and
I've
Are
been
you
in
talking
there.
about the one that's got like the
yeah, we
black
have
It's in
lights?
Sar,
one.
it's in
We have
Sar.
one, but
Yeah,
they do
yeah,
it in
yeah.
multiple
Yeah.
places.
Have you guys had?
I felt too
black-
claustrophobic to go in there.
Bus is something, but like the black lights was really what like I didn't get.
In that place, I've never been.
There's one when you're driving down Mikado Road.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a bus and it's
Yeah,
got
I've seen
black
it.
That's the
lights
one
inside.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about how I haven't been.
I haven't gone
don't know.
inside, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
If the
what's
food
like.
is good, I will eat there. I
I
don't have an issue with decor. I'll go to eat in a cave.
But
If the
Percy-
food is good in a cave.
Did you go to the
No,
cave?
I did not
Well,
exist.
apparently you do
I
have
didn't know it existed.
Did you go to the bus?
I went near the bus.
Near the
Near
bus.
the bus.
It
Bus
was
adjacent.
fully booked,
Okay.
and so I got food and took it away. Yeah, it was the fads. Like it was
Yeah.
I went near the bus.
There is a nice.
I hovered around the bus like a creep.
I mean,
Have
look.
you had the tacos from? There's a taco in that little strip, and it goes in on the right. There's a taco truck there.
Isn't that the actual restaurant? Their taco truck.
No, this is the only thing they got.
Not
It's
it
these-
called?
Calexico.
Calexico.
No,
Calexico.
not that one. And you drive down, and they do this Biro taco, and it's like it's got saluna that you dip it in. Oh, it's
What?
really good.
Why are we not talking about food more, me and you? Like,
Yeah,
take me to
it's
the
so
Salona taco truck.
Saluna taco truck. Boom, love it.
People at work recently were telling me there's a guy who does tikka, and you just like he sets it up by the beach. You can call and be like, I'm coming at this time. He'll put chairs for you, bring his grilling station, and just make ticket for you there. And apparently it's like
you have to send me
amazing.
these
Who is
details.
this man?
Yeah,
Send me his
I'll write
details.
it
That's
down.
That's
exactly
cool.
what I said, and I took the number, but I haven't used it. Let's do our next podcast, like having
the
ticket
beach.
on the beach.
That's cool. I mean, that
You might
reminds
need
me.
the
That reminds me of the
electricity.
shisha delivery, which I don't think exists anymore.
I'm
There
not-
was.
There was for a while, yeah.
I'm more into food than I don't.
No, but
care
I'm
about
saying
shisha.
the same concept, you know. But I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if it's a legal
So
thing or whatever.
we've spoken about stuff that you guys are interested in, and you did a great sales pitch. I'd actually quite like you to do a sales pitch for Sophia. The other way around.
Sophie?
Yeah.
Oh, the pressure.
Oh,
Pressure.
oh no! Don tends to be really honest, so this is gonna be a very bad.
No, I mean, look.
She's wonderful.
Sophie's a diehard friend. We've been friends way before I met her brother and married him. Awkward.
Slip of the tongue. So really, it's us who have.
Did you
We're
did you
actually
meet
the
him through her?
So Sophie and I went to college together, and we went through so much, but we were always friends. Like, just our friendship's been solid,
Yeah,
Sophie.
yeah.
There's
It's
never been a time where
Never.
I can't stand you.
Never, and that's because we can both take a joke and we can both take a hint too.
Yeah. So Sophie, I met Sophie's brother at Sophie's birthday. And that's how we met. And then shortly after we got married, like a year later.
Okay, so ask me whose side I would take in an argument.
Oh, that's interesting. Who?
That is a
Donna's.
great question.
Donna's. I hope your
Yeah.
brother's not listening.
No, she's definitely like a girl's girl. That's why I'm telling you, she's a diehard friend. Like she always is my support, my number one.
Okay.
I mean, I'll cause as much havoc in your life as I will bring good to it.
No, I don't think
Balances
No, I'm
out.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Balances out.
But it's worth it. It labels out in the end. It levels out. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, I absolutely love Sophie. And people always find it weird that I'm best friends with my sister-in-law, but she's actually my best friend. And
First.
then I
Who
became
happens to be.
her
Yeah.
You
sister-in-law.
know what really bugs me is when I'm introduced as Hisham's sister, and I'm like, I ain't Hisham's sister. Hisham is my brother.
Yeah.
Okay? They're like, oh, you're Hisham's sister when they're friends with Donna. And I'm like, no, you have this all wrong. It's me. I'm Donna.
You're number one.
Donna's amazingness exists in Bahrain because of me. She probably would have married some foreigner and been in Portugal and had her own TV show
Probably,
about.
actually.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Damn you, Sophie. I could have been with a foreign man.
Too late now. You're in the
Sitting
family.
on a beach having a mojito.
Too late. Too late. You're gonna be taking care of all of us because we all don't have strong genes. We're all gonna get sick and old, and you're gonna be the only one taking care of
She's
us.
horrible. So you have to hear this. So she was like, Hisham broke his knee, and I was taking care of him, like literally taking care of him. Like had to bathe him, had to help him, like get into bed and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Definitely cut out the bathing part.
was-
Hisham will not be cool with that.
I can't imagine he would,
Anyways, he was like
Too much
"Khalas."
work for the editor.
He was broken. And then I was like, man, is this what it's gonna be like when you get old? Because fuck, did not sign up for this. And then I called Sophie to complain about it, and she's like, girl, what do you think? I hooked you up with him so that you can take care of us. And I was like, what? She's like, you're going to be the only fit one around here.
I'm very
to take care
strategic.
of
That's
us.
long-term investment right
I was
there.
like, man, she really thought like we were going to stick around.
Oh, 100%. If we were all in the jungle, like the Khonjis would all die, and Donna would be like swinging from trees and like gathering nuts and food and making a fire. Like for sure. First person to die would. To be fair, I will say
You
this.
have an order in your mind, don't you? First
Yeah, I
person-
do have an order. If it's me and my siblings, Donna and my husband, the first person to die will be my brother Hisham because he will not want to live in that slum. Okay? He won't be able to live in the slum. Second, Tariq I think will put up a good fight. But he will also die soon after because he has like needs for reading and comics and whatever. Okay, then it's gonna be me and my husband are gonna be like, because he has skills and I have skills, but definitely Donna will be the last man standing. And
I'm so glad.
yeah, my husband can he'll eat gross stuff, and whatever, and I like fight animals off, but like definitely Donna can do all of those together. She doesn't need to read.
I'm
Okay.
like an animal whisperer though,
Yes,
so like
yes.
the animals would just follow me.
I learned how to shoo away stray dogs from Donna. Like
There's a technique to shooing.
Yeah,
stray
yeah.
dogs.
yes.
Don't you just throw things at them?
I run so much that stray dogs always used to attack me. So you just have to stop.
Stand
and go,
still.
and then they go away. It's so weird.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I wanna
It works.
try that.
Just stop,
There's-
slow down, and go.
You know, I wish more people in this country knew that. I once was at the golf course with some Bahraini friends many years ago, and a pack of stray dogs decided they were going to like
Did you
come
guys
onto
run?
the course. Well, I was like, okay, what are we going to do? And I was like, I think we should stand our ground because then we're not faster than these dogs.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
long
yeah, yeah.
course.
You're not faster
We're
than
not
the
faster
dogs.
than dogs.
You're holding
and there
golf
was three
clubs.
of us, and then at that moment, I discovered one of my friends there was terrified of dogs. As I've looked over one side, see
he
one
ran.
guy, and we're standing here. I look over, and the other guy's already left, and he's halfway down the course.
Most Bahrainis are, by the way.
But
A
did
lot
they
of
chase
Bahrainis.
him?
I wouldn't say most, but a lot of
the old-
afraid
the
of
old-
yeah.
the whole-
Yeah,
the whole generation.
They did chase it. Yeah.
But my
This
dad
guy's a
explained
surgeon
it.
now. I hope you're watching this story.
He got bitten by dogs, like when he was young.
bitten
That's
by
why he hates like stray dogs.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
he was
they
young,
do,
like
yeah.
in Manama in the old days, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I really hate
But
dogs.
it's not, you don't just do that, by the way. So she stands her ground, she waits a bit,
If only
and
you
then
knew.
she goes a little bit and pounces, and then they run. I know exactly.
Yeah, I like kind
She
of go like
pounces,
this, like
does
I
Oh,
this.
so you
show them.
pretend you're the aggressor.
Yeah, you
Yes.
gotta like show them that you're the boss.
Yeah.
If they
Stands,
come,
if they
keep
come,
coming
if
at
they
you,
stop,
you gotta
then
like
the
go like
is
this.
enough. But if they
Is
actually
enough,
come, she'll be like, so I'm actually like very more confident that I could scare
I'm
away.
so glad.
So we
Back
just
of-
need to edit this well for this to seem like a very interesting teaser. What are these people talking about? You just need to at the right moment, and then that's what you need to do. You've heard it. Here.
A stick will help.
All right, guys and girls, we've run out of time for today. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
the
for
podcast.
having us.
It was an absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I enjoyed the compliments that Donna gave me. Thank you for that gift.
And it's
You're
recorded.
welcome.
It's
Take it through
recorded
for the
forever
weekend.
now.
Yeah.
It's
You
You can
recorded
use
forever.
it in the future.
and I don't give her food or anything. So.